Welcome to Module 2. Now that you understand the emotional and neurological roots of procrastination, it's time to get practical. In this video, we'll uncover something incredibly important: your personal procrastination triggers. Because here's the truth: procrastination isn't random. It's not some mysterious force that shows up out of nowhere. It follows patterns, very specific ones. And once you begin to recognize those patterns, you can break the loop before it even begins. Think of it like this: procrastination is a habit loop. It always starts with a trigger, an emotion, a thought, or a situation that kicks off the cycle. Then comes the response, which is avoidance. And finally, a short-term reward, like relief or distraction. So our goal here is simple but powerful. Identify your most common triggers so we can interrupt the loop before it pulls you in. Let's start with a simple question. When do you procrastinate the most? Is it when you feel overwhelmed by a big task? Is it when you don't know where to start? Is it when you're tired? Or when the task feels boring? Or maybe when it feels emotionally vulnerable, like sending an important email, asking for help, or publishing your work online. Take a moment to reflect, because these moments are not just random, they're clues. And when you start noticing them, you gain leverage. Here's an example from my own life. I used to delay anything that involved video recording. Every time I had to record a lesson, I'd suddenly feel the urge to clean my desk, check my messages, or double-check the lighting for the 10th time. On the surface, it looked like preparation. But really, I was avoiding discomfort. The real trigger was self-consciousness, the fear of not being good enough on camera. Once I saw that, I could work with it. I started preparing a small script the day before. I built a little ritual to calm my nerves. I reminded myself that I didn't need to be perfect. I just needed to show up. And over time, that trigger lost its power. So what are your triggers? Here are a few common ones to look for. 1. Uncertainty, not knowing exactly what to do next. 2. Perfectionism, feeling like it has to be just right before you begin. 3. Fear of failure, worrying it won't turn out well. 4. Fear of success. Yes, really. The idea that success might bring pressure or expectations. 5. Overwhelm. The task just feels too big. 6. Boredom. It's hard to get started because the task feels uninteresting. 7. Low energy. You're physically or mentally drained. 8. Emotional discomfort. The task touches something vulnerable or personal. 9. Distractions. You're in an environment that's full of temptations. 10. Decision fatigue. You've made too many choices already and can't decide where to start. None of these make you weak. They make you human. But once you name them, you can start building a system that works with your psychology, not against it. So how do we start identifying your specific triggers? Here's a very simple tool I call pause and name. The next time you catch yourself procrastinating or feeling the urge to, just pause. Don't judge. Just observe. Then ask, what am I feeling right now? What's going on inside me? You might be surprised at how quickly the answer comes. Maybe you realize you're not lazy, you're just anxious, or tired, or unsure. That one moment of awareness can completely change your response. It gives you the power to make a different choice. And here's another tip: start tracking your patterns. Keep a little procrastination log for 1 week. Every time you avoid something, jot down what the task was, what you were feeling, what you did instead, and what triggered it. You'll start to notice patterns very quickly. Let's say every time you need to answer emails, you feel a sudden urge to check the fridge. Sounds silly, right? But the real pattern might be: email triggers anxiety, I seek distraction, I feel relief cycle repeats. Once you see it written down, it becomes obvious and fixable. And I want to say this clearly: we're not trying to eliminate triggers. You can't. You're not a robot. Triggers will always be there. But what can interrupt the reaction and build a better response? That's what the next 2 videos in this module will show you: how to lower the activation barrier and create simple rituals that make starting easier and more automatic. But it all begins with awareness. If you skip the step, you'll end up trying to fight procrastination at the surface, using willpower and discipline. And let's be honest, that might work for a few days, but it doesn't last. The real power lies in understanding your own mind, because once you see your patterns, they lose their grip. So before we move on, here's your mini challenge. Over the next 24 hours, try the pause and name method at least once. When you notice yourself avoiding something, stop for a few seconds and name the feeling. Don't fix it, just name it. You'll be surprised how empowering that tiny act can be. And remember, procrastination isn't a problem to be crushed. It's a signal to be listened to. In the next video, we'll talk about the activation barrier, why even simple tasks feel hard to start, and how to reduce that resistance instantly. You're doing great. Let's keep going.